Hi, my name is Vicki Fairchild. I'm with my sister Selma, and today we're going to talk about finding humor in everyday moments. We had a lot of humor with Joshua,
Yes.
and particularly with throwing. Now, we've referenced this in previous videos, but take it away. Let's talk about his love
For throwing.
for throwing.
So this was a daily, hourly, by minute challenge. So the few things I will tell you are just a few of the many. So I think, like she said, everything was thrown. I had to meet my neighbors immediately and say, this is Joshua. He will throw things in your backyard. And we had to know that things were going to go in the toilet. They were going to go out the window. They were going to go over the fence, from TV remotes to the phone to anything. So if something was missing, it was probably over the fence or in the toilet or something like that. So that's why I love to take him to the river, because he could throw rocks in the river, and that's where they were supposed to be. So yeah, that was good.
It was appropriate.
It was appropriate. So yes, I will start with a story at a fast food restaurant. So most of the time I would make sure there wasn't very much in the car, but he could throw. But he was the oldest of 5 children, so there was usually things in the car.
Yeah.
So this particular time, I realized there was some things that he could throw. So in the drive-through, I thought I'll just roll down the window enough that he can't get anything out of it. So when I'm ordering the food, I'm kind of leaning up and trying to place my order through an inch slit in the window. And as I'm doing that, a worker comes out the back to take out the trash, and he just stops. And he just watches me trying to place the order through this 1-inch slit. And I guess he just had to tell me that he couldn't figure out what I was doing, because he just basically said, you have to roll the window down. And I went, yeah, thank you. I really know that. So I finished placing the order. And then, of course, paying at the window was a challenge, because I did have to roll it down even more to get the money and the food. So there were times things got thrown into the fast food restaurant. So I did learn that if I gave Joshua a dollar bill, he thought that was highly exciting.
Oh,
and
wow.
then he could pay with the dollar bill, and if it got thrown, it wasn't. So, it was just better. So we learned along the way. So that was the fast food story.
You got to roll down that window.
You got to roll down that window. And so that, we did laugh. We've laughed about that for years, And the pumpkin story.
Oh, dear.
Which involved all the kids, because, Halloween, all the kids wanted to pick out their own pumpkin.
Right.
And that is a painstaking process, because there is a perfect pumpkin for each child. I don't think Jeremy was as picky with the pumpkin, but Jeremy probably helped Joshua pick out the pumpkin. But Jamie, Jacob, and Jansen, it was a long process, because they had so much money they could spend and get the pumpkin. And so we're all in the car with the pumpkins, almost home. And as I'm turning the corner to go into our house, and our street, my neighbor's pulling out, and I remembered I had to tell her something. So just in that little moment, I forgot about that open window. So, and we did live on a hill. So I opened my window to tell the neighbor something, and in that split second, Joshua grabbed the closest pumpkin, which was Jamie's, his sister.
Oh, dear.
And he just clean threw that pumpkin out the window, and it went rolling down that long hill. And I thought, that is going to be smashed just to pieces. And of course, Jamie's sobbing, because that's her pumpkin, that she picked out and she paid for, and Joshua threw it out the window. It was a traumatic moment. And so Jeremy, ran, and he said he would get the pumpkin. So he ran down the hill, and I thought, he's just going to find a smashed pumpkin, and we're going to have to go back to the pumpkin patch and salvage this situation. But Jeremy comes back with a pumpkin with just one crack in it. I don't know how that happened, but it was saved. He brought back the pumpkin. he was okay. And I remember, don't open windows with pumpkins in the car. Don't do it again.
Don't do it again. Don't.
And we did love people's faces, because as much as he loved McDonald's, which he did, it's still, he loved more throwing them out the window more than eating them. It was pretty amusing to see people's faces when a cheeseburger would fly out the window. Because they usually went, that was like a cheeseburger. But it was hard, because then he was upset because he didn't have his cheeseburger, but we were on a busy road. And I'm like, how did that window get down? So French fries, cheeseburgers out the window, that might have been Joshua.
So again, finding that humor.
Yeah, we just had to laugh because we lost a lot of things. But
it was okay.
And we, we provide a little humor to people on the road too, because how many people got to see a cheeseburger thrown out the window?
I bet there are still people out there this day who wonder, who threw that cheeseburger? Why would they do that? But, and that's the thing, is to find the way to laugh about the situation, because he wasn't going to stop throwing.
No, we tried. We kept trying, but he wasn't going to stop.
Stop.
Yeah.
So learn to laugh.
Yeah.
It makes life better.
It does.